There we go. Now we're live. I can never figure out when this thing is going live. Man, welcome to Spencer Uncensored. I'm Spencer Combs. I believe that personal development will always go before professional development. Meaning, if you want to make more money, have a better lifestyle, do more with your business, you're probably going to need to work on yourself first, because businesses don't actually grow, people do. So, with that being said, this is episode 91 of Spencer Uncensored. I'm going to see if I can get myself a little set up, because for some reason, guys, I have not been able to see your comments on this screen like it's supposed to be on Facebook. So we're just going to let that roll. For now, I'm going to pull it up on a different screen. So if you guys chat, let us know where you're coming from. Drop it in the comments. Glad that you're here tonight. If you notice, I got to check this out. Y'all see that? Couple little marks right there. Yeah, that's me playing rough with Marley. If y'all don't know Marley, I have a little dog who's about 27 pounds. And he's got a hard toy that he loves to play with. And I happen to be at eye level with him. And he moved so fast, he whacked me right in the face. And I'm going to tell you what, that hurt. That hurt. But luckily, this is all the damage I got from it, so we're all good. So now you have something to stare at while we're having this conversation tonight. Glad you guys are popping in. Good to see everyone. Hey, there's Dan commenting. I can see it over there, which it's supposed to be on here, but it's not. Just getting done with my first day of ABR designation. Cool. So education's a good thing. Training is a good thing. Implementation's even better. Integration is the top of the food chain discussion. That's what all champions do. They integrate the information, not just implement. So tonight I am going to share with you 2 more lies. Last week we talked about 2 lies that are holding you back. Tonight we're going to talk about 2 more. But before I do that, I need to share with you a couple things. One, if you missed the episode with Erica Bishop last night, you can go to SpencerUncensored.com. There's a blog there. There's a video down at the bottom. It's basically, I had agreed basically for 3 weeks in a row, we're going to do essentially a mini masterclass on momentum and mastery, right? So we're going to be talking about the 3 M's in the book. Last night we talked about movement and how to create momentum and so on. Next week we're going to talk about mindset. Popular topic because it's something that we all need. And then the third week, we're going to be talking about mechanics. So you can go you can actually follow her or subscribe to her YouTube channel. She's also got other socials, I'm sure, that are showing up there. You can follow her. That way you can actually keep up with us. That's next. We go live on Monday nights at 8 p.m. So next Monday, I'll do mindset. Then the following Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to do mechanics. All of this has been fun because later this week on Thursday, I've got another podcast. Trying to remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's tomorrow. Digital Trailblazers. And then next week, if you're in the Midlands of South Carolina and I would love to meet you, right? So if you got a copy of the book and maybe you want to get a signed copy, I'm going to be in the northeast part of Columbia to help. I'm going to be speaking at an event called Fall into Success. Now, it's a cute little name. We all know you don't just fall into success. And that's part of the reason why they're bringing in speakers and they're going to have a whole panel. It's a real estate thing. But I think you would probably benefit from it even if you're not in real estate. So at the Wildwood Country Club out there next Wednesday, we will be there physically live. Looking forward to being there with them. Why is this thing? Okay. Looked like I was frozen for a minute there. In any event, so we're going to be out there next week. Guys, if you want to bring the momentum and mastery message and talk about unshakable secrets, right? There's 3 of them that I share whenever I do that keynote or do that training. There's 3 key secrets that makes the difference between a business that capitulates, crumbles, falls apart, totally unfocused, never consistent, and consistently having challenges with isolation, right? If that's your business and that's what you're struggling with, then you need the Unshakable Secrets Masterclass, or I'm sorry, not the Masterclass, but the Unshakable Secrets message that I bring in those situations. I would love to come to your organization and share that with you. Now, and I'm going to get to hang out in Colombia for a couple of days, actually. So if anybody's wanting to meet up for some reason, like, hey, let's have a one-on-one individually, hit me up. But I'll be there. I'm going to visit my family while I'm there. And I got a birthday party I'm going to. I'm excited. One of my close friends is turning 50 on Friday night. Or he's turning 50 this month, but they're having a party for him. So I'm going to stay there for that. So that's exciting. But moving on, guys. All right. So let's talk about these lies. So last week we talked about 2 lies. If you want to go back and watch those and talk about those, they're at Unshakable Secrets. Or excuse me, Unshakable, all these URLs. It's at SpencerUncensored.com. That's the blog. Okay. You can also, if you're watching this in the Facebook group live, it's episode 91. You can just scroll down a little bit and you'll see it there. We talked about it last week. This week, we got 2 more lies. Now, there's 6 total that we've identified that really cripples people's businesses. The lie that we're going to talk about, or the next one we're going to talk about, number 3, sounds a little bit like this. You have all the right tools. You got all the tools. You're in the right place. You got every reason to be successful. So success should be easy. My mind is immediately running to real estate people right now because I know how much, and mortgage people can do the same thing, but real estate agents just can be so fickle sometimes. If they see a situation where somebody's said, I got better tools, I got better stuff, blah, 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 well, then they'll just, sure, sign me up, let's go. And they make an entire move and change everything about their branding. They have to refigure everything about themselves because they believe that it's the tools that's going to make the difference. You've been sold the idea that having the best, team around you, or the technology, or maybe even those tools is all you're going to need for success. That's all you got to have. But honestly, it's like having those resources without accounting, right? Or accountability is probably a better word for it. But accounting for that is like having a car with no driver. I get so frustrated because I work with a really large real estate team, and they got some of the top of the line tools, man. I'm telling you. I've said it so many times, and this is Spencer Uncensored. They got the keys to the fucking Ferrari, and for some reason, they just rather leave it in the garage. They don't want to drive it. They're too scared of it. Your resources are only going to waste. They're just going to waste, actually, because there's no accounting for how they're used. There's no return on investment discussion. So you have all the power you need, but no structure to make it effective. Am I preaching to somebody tonight? What you need is an accounting system to step into your power. You need to hold everything you've got accountable. Success isn't about having the tools, guys. It's about using them efficiently and effectively. Just because you're in the right place, just because you got the right tools, doesn't automatically mean you're going to be successful. You're going to sit there and look at your Ferrari all day long while everybody else is out driving on the ring and having a great time, and you're wondering why you're not getting there. This is a discussion where I talk about in the book, right? In the book, I actually talk about commitment, right? And I talk about decisions. And with decisions, people get so mediocre. This is where mediocrity shows up, right? Middle of the mountain discussion. They're okay. They'll show up, right? And then they just hope that success is just spontaneously going to combust. Friends, I'm here to tell you, Just because you've got all the tools does not necessarily mean you're going to be successful. You're going to need to start learning how to account for your stuff and hold it accountable. Get a return on the investment. Get a return on your investments. That's lie number 3 tonight. Lie number 4. Success is about big wins and big breakthroughs. It's easy for us we'll look at somebody else doing something. We're like, wow, wish I could have that kind of success. Right? Man, they closed. That was a big deal. That was a really good deal. Man, I would feel more successful when I had that in my life too. And don't lie. You know you've done that before too. You look at somebody else and you're like, oh, wow, that's what I need to do to have big level success. Listen, the world glamorizes these big wins and the overnight successes. By the way, overnight. Right? It's causing you to believe that you're not hitting home runs. You're not succeeding. You're not there. You're never going to make it happen. Truthfully, inconsistent habits and a lack of sustainable systems, that's what's actually holding you back. It's not the big wins. It's not the big wins that make a business. It's the daily performance habits. Those habits, those systems, that's what creates excellence over time. But we want to hit that big one. We want to hit that one big one. I love it when real estate agents tell me they want to, I think I'm going to start working on luxury. Fine. Go work on luxury. Do your thing. But I'm going to tell you something. If you want to become a fishing for big whales, you need to become a whaler and quit using the little tiny damn little hooks. It's not going to work. You got to change your entire your structure and your branding to pull that off. But I can bet you somebody that's that's not in a luxury market overall could beat the whaler by consistent, steady, systematic action and consistently raising their average sales price over time and negotiating a higher compensation per deal. Over time, you're going to beat their ass every time. But nobody likes that. It's not fun. We want that high. Well, keep chasing the high. Meanwhile, the person that's actually winning with systems, a performance system, that's a true measure of success, by the way. It's in that consistency in your habits and systems, not the random breakthroughs. Somebody that does that, they're going to have a better lifestyle than you. They're the one going on vacations. They're the ones going on trips. They're the ones that's buying the nicer cars. They're the ones that have investment properties. They're the ones that have all the things that you want to have because you think that one big deal is going to solve the problem for you. Guys, I know we're only 14 minutes into this discussion, but these 2 lies alone, if you sit with this for a little bit, maybe go get out on a park bench somewhere and think about it for a minute. What environment am I proud to be a part of that I'm not utilizing the tools completely and or even at all? What tools do I need to get out of my life and find the ones that are more effective? And 2, what systematic activity do I need to be getting into and doing more often, more consistently? And the truth is all of us know what that activity probably is. For a lot of salespeople, it's just being consistent with making contacts, talking to new people, not going ebbing and flowing with whatever's coming at me. But some of you may need to take a course. Some of you may need to actually learn something new. Some of you may need to join a coaching program. I don't know what it is for you, but I do know this. Success is not about the big wins and the big breakthroughs every time. Stop following this shit for world glamorizing it. It's going to be from consistent habits, sustainable systems. It's boring, folks. But that's where the lifestyle comes in and makes a lot more money. Now, this does not mean that you can't do big things. Okay? But doing big things consistently happens because you have a systematic way of doing it all consistent. Boom. So I'm trusting tonight this has been useful to you. A little bit more uncensored than usual. But at the end of the day, guys, somebody needs to reach out, grab you by the throat, and slap you in the face with a dead fish, right? At the end of the day, you need to wake up for a minute. Stop following the lies. Stop following the lies. Grab a hold of your life, become unshakable, and do something for you. So yourself, your family, and the people around you. You were made for more. You know it. Let's make it happen. I'm Spencer Combs, and I'm here to help you defy the odds. Let me know if I ever anything I could ever do for you. Share the episode. Share the information. That's the price for you to be here today. By the way, nobody charged you anything for this call. Y'all have a good night. Keep well. Keep moving forward.